Talking Shit Tuesday. That's right, the OG podcast, live stream, whatever you want to call it. They got everything started today. We're going to talk about Brenspeed releasing another video where they did something just incredibly smart, and this is why I think Brenspeed is putting out the best content in terms of what to expect with the 2024 Mustang when it's supercharged. Brenspeed actually went out there and re-baselined the car because the weather was phenomenal before he did any what he calls tricks, just like your other favorite supercharger manufacturer that doesn't tell you the truth. This guy said, look, I'm going to be 100% transparent. The air is much better that day, so we're going to re-baseline the car. And it made an insane amount of power now that the air quality is much better. So they use that as their baseline, which was insanely smart. They could have gone out of their way and done some trickery and BS, but Brenspeed seems to be pretty credible, and I'll show you some of that's happening. Also, we're going to have to talk about one of our AMRY members, one of the OG generals, Mr. Insane Mustang, Mr. Bevins, unfortunately is not with us anymore, was battling some demons. He wasn't right after his mom passed away a while ago, so we talked about it a lot. We messaged a decent amount. I tried to, be that support system. I'm sure he had friends that were closer to him, that are near him, that he talked that stuff about. But, he wasn't really popping off about social media. So a lot of us suffer in silence, and a lot of us don't necessarily reach out to people when we're at our worst. Because, look, we have all had those moments where we could do something crazy and, end it all. And unfortunately, Mr. Zane Bevins passed away, succumbing to his demons, but that does not mean we will see you later. It's not a goodbye, it's a see you later. But an AMRY member, OG guy, friend, met him, dealt with him at Texas 2K. The guy was a super sweet guy, him and his friend Jacob, just great people, and unfortunately we had him pass away. But we'll talk about Mr. Brenspeed. We'll give a little shout out to the people out there, see if Zane or Zane's family needs anything in the AMRY. I know we'll come through if they need anything, but we'll talk about that and many more things, but not before we do it live.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
It does suck, and every single time he reminds me how everything sucks, I have to agree with him. DNA High Performance, DNAHighPerformance.com. Get all of your parts there. Nobody else matters. Fuck anybody else. DNAHighPerformance.com. They pay their bill. They make AMRY cups. They give you great prices on parts when you mention the show. Check them out. He has a GT350 that's going to get an E85 with a little more sauce on the ESS kit. Probably going to make 800 horsepower without sneezing. 3160 built stage 3 situation with his Vengeance clutch package. Check him out. CaliberTransmission.com. LMP of MD called me and said, bro, we're not. If I'm going to talk shit about you, Alex, I will call you. So it just puts a blue check mark that they are legit late model performance. PMAP, again, PMAP, best cold air intakes on the planet. We might do a giveaway today. Why the fuck not? Partsarm.com. Used parts, touch your pals, seats, tires, wheels, doors, deck lids, whatever. Check them out. MFP of Australia, 2 auto solution Normies on it. It's probably going to take the motor out of the Corvette for me, and I'll ship it up to LMP and let them do their magic. And Bellac, if you sell drugs, there is no better wheel to have on your BMW, Mercedes, Supra, Lambo, R8 than a Bellac. Let everyone know you sell drugs. We'll the head of the people here, and we'll get after it. One of one RTR, Coyote Fury, Joe Swish, Leon Phelps, Nick, D-Rock Fox, Beelavest, Monty 540, EPA, Clean Out of GT, Chief Corey, Angel Stewart, 94 GT for Rodney B, Victor Sardone, Joe Jackson, Rizzy, back to coma. If it's a 10 or 80, you're a non-driving motherfucker. Says, rest in peace, fellow AMRY soldier. Rest in peace. He's right. Travis, Milton Perez, Angel H, 5-Way Josh, Ray, El Verga Larga, The Fast, Mustang Dennis, Anthony Rafferty, JD Swag, ESS 10-Speed, Corey Seward, Andy Ali, Valley 10-Speed. Hello. The High Ground, J McG, JD, 5-Way Josh, Clean Out 2GT, Rad Dad, Red Bird, Matt Oliver, Black Cat, Matt Oliver, Ski Mask Man, The Gap Father, Monty 540, Reekin 50 talking about the ZR1 with fueling issues. Again, I want to get verifiable data before I get some just random dude on YouTube talking that shit. Ants, Grant Wilbur, one of one RTR, Clint Stroke, South of Twitter Entertainment, Mark Richardson, Raymond, T.J. Sikorsky, Michael Rodriguez, Dustin, Gregory Uppich, Giovanni, Nate, Juan Slow, Above Average, Speed Demon Racing. What's up, brother? Nice to see you. Bryson Whip, Mr. Another AMRY member. Actually, and you know the thing that really bugs me out about the whole Zane thing. He was a mod here, bro. He was like legit good on the show, and he was super active, man. It just fucking sucks that he, you know, the good ones leave us too early. Fast Rider, Jared, Robo, Nazo, SVT, Choppa, Mr. Slow, AJ, Rigo, SVT, and all the usual suspects. YDBT shirts came in. By the way, I always forget to do this, and I apologize for that because it's my own fault. I have to promote the merch, and some of the things that I do out of like, I don't promote properly, and this is why. I don't want to feel like I'm hawking shit down your throat. You know what you know what I mean? Like, I want you to want to go somewhere and check things out. And where is damn it, you know, I should have it queued up, but it's I have it on my Patreon here. I should do a better job of that, but it's richprintusa.com. So get merch, richprintusa.com if you want to get AMRY, Dolo, YDBT shirts, and Section Hate jersey. But now Section Hate is more relevant than ever. I got the Coyote running. You saw the video on Sunday night where the Coyote is running. Now the VCT issue, we think it's cam timing because it is a weird cam setup where the reluctor wheels are so far out of whack. We think that the Gen 2 and Gen 1 cam combo is not jiving. So I'm going to get some Boss intake cams. So that thing's going to be a Boss intake cam, Illuminator, GT500. I don't know what the hell to call it anymore because is it the cams? Is it the computer? Now it has a GT computer. But I think I might put back the Aero L5, but GT computer works fine. And go ahead and get everything squared away this weekend. So that means I got to take the front cover off again, take everything off, and redo the cam timing once the cams show up. And hopefully with the Gen 1 timing, I won't have those issues. And I can load a Cantaloupe title tune in it and have a little fun. Rich Print USA. Again, guys, Rich Print USA if you want the shirts, the Dolo, YDBT, AMRY, and the Section Hate adult short sleeve or the adult hooded sweatshirt. I do get a commission. I get paid. This is the official merch store for this channel, so check them out. So let's talk about Mr. Wonderful lately is Brenspeed. So Brenspeed has done something really spectacular in my opinion. He's done proper testing. Now, all the other parts houses are full of shit. I've told you why they're full of shit. They don't do proper testing. So what they do is they just sell. Brenspeed's like, no tricks, no bullshit. So what he said here in the beginning of the video, he goes, okay, we got really good air this week, and we have really sweet 93 octane here. So I don't expect much gains with boosting. So what they're going to do is re-baseline the car. That's right. Test it on the same day to have verifiable back-to-back data. So here we go. Again, this is 93 octane, the Rous kit as it comes, lids on the filter, but a very cool day. They got a very cool day. So you know what that means. More air, more density, and the car just makes more power. Look at that. A re-baseline of the car yielded 720 rear wheel horsepower on 93 octane. Exactly what the Whipple kits are making because we don't know what conditions they tested it. But Brenspeed was absolutely clear. Hey, we got good air. Let's re-baseline the car. 720 to the rear wheel. 576 torque. And I love the camera operator. He goes and shows you the correction factor. SAE, smooth 5. So I suspect that run was done with boosting because it gained a little bit. 723. Come on, focus, cell phone. 723, 582. And it made 13 pounds of boost. So that means it probably had boosting in it, which means the 93 is that good. Remember, guys, I told you that when Rami's let down test his cars in Puerto Rico with that 93 octane, and then on E85, they don't make one more horsepower. It's because the 93 is that good. And look at the correction factors. Come on. SAE, smoothing 5. Love it.
Just a couple things before we look at these numbers and talk about exactly what we did.
Sorry, Brenspeed, don't copyright me. You're doing great work. I'm highlighting it.
Again, if you're new to this, watch the old videos. This car made 693 before. A little warmer, a little humid, ran 1050. Love it. I think that's awesome. But DynoJet SAE smoothing 5 on the factory 84 millimeter pulley, which we just took off, We're installing an 81 with some boost stain, but here's what we have. Now, I call this Magic Air. 720 raw horsepower, 7,500 RPM, torque 576, 5,000.
Anyone else weirded out when he touches the screen? I'm like, don't put fingerprints on the screen, but he does. It's okay, it's his screen.
Boost came in at 12.94. Then, boost stain, 723. Look at that, same RPM.
And the normies on the other camp are gonna say the following: that's bullshit because us with boost stain picked up 30. Asshole, he told you in the beginning of the video, watch his video. The air was wonderful, the fuel quality was wonderful. So there is nothing to gain from Florida or other area 93. So the Indiana 93 with great air made 720, boosting, didn't pick shit up. So the knock sensors weren't that happy.
Torque 582, 5,100. Boost shows 13.01, almost the same, 7,500. What's that mean? Well, we log all these runs, and I will tell you, here in Indiana, our 93 octane is sick. This car runs a lot of timing on 93. I didn't think really adding the boost stain, it would go up much more, and it didn't. I think in the mid, we had like 1 more degree. Up top, it ran no more timing with the boost stain, but I want that in there when we add the pulley, just for safety, but it's a cool test. And just so you know, launch edition, awesome supercharger. Car made 693 on a warmer day. We're at 720 today. So take it for what it is.
I love it. This guy's great. He just does it right.
I'm just stating facts, talking about the data logs. Check out this pull right now. We're at the 81 millimeter pulley. Then we're gonna take the lids off and see what happens.
Nice. So 81 millimeter pulley, lids on, catalytic converters, bone stock exhaust, bone stock resonator, deleter.
We have an MDRP resonator deleter.
So we'll see what it does. So another maybe pound of boost or half a pound of boost. Is it me or is it starting to make that good whine once you pulley down? Once you pulley down, this sucker is starting to sound like a TVS. Wait till they take the lids off. So, another PSI or so, or half PSI, it gained 18 horse to the wheel. And the reason he put boosting in it was for protection. He said the 93 was good, but I want to have protection. I want to have a little headroom. So boosting and another half a pound or so of boost. Because right there, it went from 13 to 13.5 PSI.
All right, DynoJet SAE looks.
So he goes and says that, and then he goes, let's take the lids off. And let's see how much of a restriction the lids are.
Old stock drag shaft, but I want to take this thing to the track tomorrow and see what it does. It's going to be cool. This isn't the way I want to go. I want to do long.
There we go. So lids are off, right? Lids are off. Guys. Turn your volume up. Turn it up. Listen to what this thing sounds like with the lids off, filters exposed. Just take a listen. That clip sells that blower. That clip sells that blower. Say what you want, guys. Say what you want, haters. Say what you want, surrogates. That sells blowers. So it picked up another half pound of boost. So in total, it went from 723 to 743 with 1 pound of boost added through catalytic converters, through bone stock exhaust. No resonator deleter.
MDRP resonator deleter.
So Brenspeed talks about that, and he does an insanely good job of just talking to you about that, and he breaks it down. So check out the video. Check out the full video. He gives you a really good breakdown. But look, this is a TVS that sells blowers. In terms of the sound, this Rous blower is gonna sell because of the fucking noise You're a pulley, boosting, and lid removal away on a bone stock car from running potentially a low 10 or a high 9. Now, we know that with another pound of boost, if they went and it actually made 693 and it ran 10.5 and Rous ran 10.3. So theoretically, from 690 to 740, that's 50 rear wheel horsepower peak, maybe average. And if it's 60 foots better, I will not be surprised if they go out there with 50 or 60 degree air and it runs a 999. I don't know that that'll happen, but I would not be surprised. I would probably put that car in the 1015 to 1005 range. I don't think it'll have a 9.99 in it until it has headers. So what can we expect from that Rous car? Listen, guys, what can we expect from that Rous car the moment they put long tube headers and free flowing exhaust? Number one, boost number will go down because there's less of a restriction. Power number will go up. It will make, listen to me, kiddos, 35 to 40 rear wheel horsepower on the same 81 millimeter pulley, 13.5 PSI, almost 800 rear wheel horsepower. Exactly what the other blower is making. This thing is punching way above its weight class. It's Pacquiao coming from lightweight to take the, what is it? 147? I forget what the fuck 147 is, but he went up to a junior middleweight to fight Margarito. So, in my opinion, this proves what I've been saying for forever. With headers, free-flowing exhaust, boosting, and more boost, it'll make the same power. It'll run the same number. And with headers, no cats, boosting, and an 81 millimeter pulley, 13.5 PSI, it will run 980s. Bet me. It's a TVS. We know what 800 horsepower TVSs run. My Fairmont at 3,500 pounds and 760 rear wheel horsepower with a TVS went 959, okay, at like 12 PSI. So imagine this thing has a 10R80, better gearing. I mean, all modern stuff. You don't think this thing can bust off a 9.9 with headers, boosting, 81 millimeter pulley, lids off? Absolutely. Welterweight. Thank you very much. Welterweight. So it's you're proving my point, Brenspeed, that who cares what the guys that don't test it properly run? This thing will run the same number. It sounds better. Let's be honest. It looks better. It has two throttle bodies, a feature of the, again, I don't care about the two throttle bodies. I don't think it's better, the 24 in general. But if you like 24 Mustangs, the feature of that car is two throttle bodies. The feature of that car is two cold airs. So if I was going to buy a 24 Mustang and I was going to buy a blower, it's going to be one that retains the factory look as much as possible, a factory style rotor pack, because last time I checked, no OEM uses a Whipple rotor pack and warranties it for 100,000 miles. Every supercharger company that has every TVS ever made on the Chevy side of the Ford side has an Eaton rotor pack, and they usually give you warranties with that. So one of them runs at maybe tighter tolerances and can get away with bigger numbers. Eaton maybe runs at looser tolerances and has great performance. So at the end of the day, Brenspeed is doing God's work by proving us right. I can't wait until the wintertime until he runs a 9.9 with an 81 millimeter pulley and headers. And everyone should shut the fuck up when it comes to pushing Whipple stuff, because boost is boost. And this car, a 10R80, any 10R80 car on the planet with good timing and 12 to 13 PSI should run 9s. ESS kits do it. Whipple kits do it, Rous kits do it, and E-Force kits do it. So it's nothing of a surprise here. So we'll talk about that. Also, LMP, Alec Bledsoe, called me the other day. He goes, just to let you know, Alex, I wasn't talking about you in the video. I want you to know that if I'm going to holler at you, I will holler at you. I will never do bullshit on the side, because in that video, a lot of ex fans of this show were in there talking that shit. A guy that doesn't race and does a podcast all the time shouldn't talk shit. Behind me, there's a trophy and a actual check of a race I won. I've run Texas 2K like 4 times. I've run Mod Nats like 4 times. So please lower your voice when you talk about me. We'll talk about that. Any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. But yeah, interesting stuff that Brenspeed is doing out there. Nardi Mikado says, again, with the state of running what it is, why would you get again, with the state of tuning, what it is, why would you get the Rous over the Whipple? Did you mean why would you get the Whipple over the Rous? So, oh man, what a name. So I think that if you want OEM quality, TVSs are where it's at. If you want maybe more power peak potential, the Whipple's where it's at. But you got to understand, Whipple runs everything tighter in terms of tolerance. So any variance or variables, then your tighter tolerances might work for you or against you. Whereas the TVS, I would say, is a safe bet. Because let's be honest, if you see a 24 Mustang at the track with a 3.0 liter Whipple running 990 and then a Rous running 991, 992, are you going to say the Whipple is that much better? You're going to say, no, I could probably cut that guy's at the reaction. You know, I could beat that guy in terms of reaction time, and I could be right in the game. Like I could be right in the game with everyone else. And then, can you believe Whipple employees actually said the following? I'll put my money 60 to 130 that nobody beats a Whipple car with a Rous car. So a very highly do you mean draggy, a GPS based timing system, or do you mean a race? Because those are always going off super. How about we just drag race? Good old fashioned drag race. Put your money where your mouth is. In a drag race where you have a tree, reaction time, light, so there is no shenanigans. Can, in similar fashion, if they sit the same, you still put your money on your Whipple versus the Rous? Because he mentioned 60 to 130. He did not mention drag racing, and I thought that was very interesting. And somebody went in there and said, who the hell cares about 60 to 130? That's gay shit, which I agree. I do it for testing purposes, but some people do it as like, I'm the champion of 60 to 130 of the 24 Mustang game. So basically the gayest of the gay of the 24 Mustang. Name names, who's writing? Oh, what's his name? Nitrous and Bias Plies. Remember Nitrous and Bias Plies? He goes in there, all of a sudden he goes in there, because, you know, he's like, oh, Alex is talking shit. I'm like, when the fuck did I talk shit? Don't stir the pot with me and LMP. We're good. If you're going to try to stir that pot, and then you say I don't race, boy, you better rewind back a little bit. And I've been racing a lot on this channel. Draggy Warriors, bro, exactly. If a piggyback tuner such as the JB4 is enabled on the SX50 to get tuned, do you think Lund will be behind it? No. A JB4? A piggyback? You got to understand. There are many tuning companies out there that support the modern Mustang tuning game. And Lund Racing only supports, you know, the LRX. We used to support SET, then I don't know what happened there. I know that they're down a little bit. So we'll see if they have a come to Jesus moment and say, what do we need to do to get back in the good graces of Lund? I'm like, well, you know what you got to do, but are you willing to do it? So it'll be interesting how that goes. So if a piggyback device, because a lot of you guys see new devices popping up all over the place, right? Oh, this device does this device does that. Who tunes it? Lund could go back to chip tuning and say, install this on your PCM. People would hang a completely different computer, piggybacked, daisy-chained into the stock computer, all rattling under the hood if it has a Lund tune on it. Remember, guys, for a while, this was all we had. No interface, no nothing, no touching, no nothing. And on the phone app, you maybe are able to see short-term fuel trims. Nothing. We were still the number one motherfuckers with this, out of all things, okay? Then we came out with the LRX. If this was around, shit, bro. But the LRX is a very, very good device. Pretty close to this. This was all bullshit when it went down. But it's the tune, stupid. It doesn't matter how fancy the device is. So if you say, well, JB4 piggybacks off of it, we don't care. Because if we don't tune it, Lund Racing, I don't think it's that relevant. I think it goes by the wayside. I said, why wouldn't you get the Rous? Gotcha. Whipple guys are the same guys that say a chase is a race. Brenspeed is the Roddy Piper glasses from They Live or They Live. Whipple straight sweating. They're not sweating. What they're going to do is they're going to say, oh, bullshit, oh, bullshit. 81 millimeter pulley generated 13.5 PSI, and they made 723. They took the lids off, made 743 on butane through catalytic converter, something Whipple probably hasn't done. And every time they do, it shows a lower number. Like every time they do honest testing, the surrogates, Whipple doesn't test themselves. Stop it. So if the they put it on an engine dyno, and you and I have both seen, I don't believe engine dyno numbers. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think engine dyno numbers are such horse shit. Look at Nelson Racing. They told you with a straight face that 15 PSI through a low compression illuminator and cams made, did they say 1,000? Let me see. Nelson Racing engines, Coyote. Yeah, here we go. Nelson NRE Supercharged Gen 3 Coyote. Yeah. Check it out. A $40,000 Coyote motor. Oh my Lord, could you imagine? So a 40, let me get this out of here. Click that again, minimize it. So this is a 91 octane supercharged Gen 5 Whipple, low compression, 1,000 horsepower on an engine dyno. So that means it should make 890 or 900 rear wheel horsepower on 91 octane with supposedly only 15 PSI. Come on, man. I don't trust engine dynos for shit. You can suck a dick with those engine dynos. Have you ever seen a Steve Morris video? And he's like, hey, how you guys doing here? We got one of these motors that has water in it. And the water, it's for drag and drive, okay? We're going to go ahead and put it up on our dyno. It's a 500 cubic inch on 91 octane running water through it. And we're going to see what it makes with a 2 PSI pulley on this F1 series supercharger. Okay, we got the graph here. 78,000 horsepower, which is right what it should make. I go, what? Then you put that thing in the car and it runs like what the fuck does it run? Like a 12.2. Whipple customers are so mad at the writings on the wall with the Rous kit, but they don't know how to read it. I feel like going with a Whipple is such a clout chaser blower. They gave it to everyone. That's the problem too. When you whore out your parts, maybe you make sales, but at the end of the day, your product looks cheaper because anybody can have it. It's weird. Fortunately, I already have the Rous TVS's Big Pops. My Rous 2650 Gen 3 runs mid-9s and it's almost stock. Look at that, says Rocco Zioli. It'll be faster 60 to 130. Meanwhile, they have a car ready in the Mariana trenches to have better DA. The best devices come from eBay and ship from China for less than $100. When the measure is in your favor is when the competition doesn't want to go buy it. Piggybacks are trash. They're not being tuned. The Lund PMS. Exactly. And remember the Anderson PMS? You want to talk about nostalgia. For a while there, the Anderson PMS confused people because it had too many adjustable things. So they're like, what the fuck is this thing? So yeah, for a little while, guys, you had ColecoVision ready to go in your Fox body when you were like, wideband O2 off. Uh-oh, that's a defeat device. Global fuel. Let me just add fuel across the board. So yeah, you had this motherfucker and you could tune it live. Like you could literally add fuel, add injector pulse width, move the TPS around, add timing live. Do you imagine you're losing a race and you go over to the spark table and just slam the plus button and you're like, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna win this race. Yeah, that was a thing back in the day. So I think the moment actual tuning comes out, I think it'll have to be Ford sanctioned, meaning Ford has to give you the approval. Ford has to give you the attaboy. Don't touch these parameters. By the way, if you fuck with these parameters, your token will get taken away. So, work within our sandbox and things will be good. So I think that'll be an interesting thing once tuning comes down the pipeline. I still think it's a year away. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon before a aftermarket device is able to flash a Lund tune. I still think the Tomahawk and the Rous device exports a file through Ford's proprietary software via an internal token system, I suspect, and then they can export a binary into this device, and flashed the vehicle. Bada bing, bada boom. The water, that's a great impersonation of Steve. Water. Didn't we find those were illuminator engines? Or was it just yes, it's an illuminator motor with their proprietary cams, meaning boss cams. Where'd you get that number, my $20,000 in pulleys? I am doing a Division X4 fuel system on my Rous Gen 2. Lund will love this one. Oh, bro. Fuel systems lately have been such a nightmare because 4 Innovations is on a back order. Exactly. More fuel. Could you imagine you're racing and you have an Anderson PMS next to you and you have your finger on the plus button of fuel and spark and you're losing? You just hit both? Whoa! Bro, I love that shit. El Verga Larga says, aren't 2650s capable of making enough power to scatter coyote rods? Exactly. So in terms of an overdrive, so let's say you have a 20% overdrive and a 72 millimeter upper. That's like all the boost that blower can generate. Okay. Efficiently. Can you make more boost? Sure, but after like 22, 3, I think the engine just kind of can't process it, or the TVS is out of steam. And I think that's when you need just more volume. You can only do so much RPM. It can compress so much that you're just making heat after a little while. Remember, the Crane Interceptor had 2 of those. Brent from Brenspeed does not have a squeaky clean reputation. It was very well known back in the day. Dude had his own complaints for him. Due diligence, always people. Yeah, unknown. If you look close enough, unknown. By the way, shout out with the bullshit name. People talk shit on Lund. People talk shit on Lund. Imagine that. A company I work for, that I see the files, I see how we work. Like one of the few things that I can offer people is that I have integrity. I am willing to take less money to be righteous. So I'm not looking to defend Lund's bad actions. But if you look hard enough, there is someone with the name Ez, Perez, Velasquez, Marquez, Ibanez, complaining that, Orale Holmes, Lund don't give me enough sauce. And then I took it to somebody else and it exploded. But that means that Lund was being too aggressive. Wait a minute, you just said Lund didn't give you all the sauce. But I was wrong. They gave me the wrong sauce. Like I put the green sauce in for like tamales, but they gave me the red sauce. And then I went to somebody else and it exploded on the first pass. And he blamed it on the last tuner and I believe him. That's what they do. So if you look hard enough, you can find shit about anybody. Motherfucker idles at 10.0 AFR, but runs good, wide open. That's why I hate to piece this abortion together. I get it. I just run a good clutch and shit. Okay. Whipple whores out their stuff. Can we say that Whipple is sexualizing the products? Get your Whipple whore badge here. El Vergalaga, get it done. The GT500 is so mixed up. You might as well change its name to Stepchild. Look at, I bet you, I know, like Turvey, I think is going to come out with a video, goes, all right, guys, I'm getting ready to challenge Alex YDBT. I bet you he won't accept this challenge. You put up pinks against my motor and your motor, bro. I could literally, because I have like, he wants you to piece it together. Like, he doesn't want you to, like, do what you do best, is buy the product. I'd be like, yeah, just Rous, just send me one of those 500 horsepower shits down here. Or call, what's the name of that company that is highlighted on this guy's channel all the time? Prestige Motorsports. Hey, Prestige, I heard you got one of those 540 horsepower, 460 cubic inch, or no, 600 horsepower, 460 cubic inch small block Fords over there. Send one over. Bada bing, bada boom. Here you go. Here's what I did with all my knowledge, Turvey. I actually made money and bought something. Oh, well, that's not the right way to do it. Okay, gotcha. Did you put the Trinity in Donnie yet? No. Speaking of fuel systems, how's that single pump bucket style system working for customers? I don't know, because we haven't come across anything. Some people say, hey, I have this blah, blah, blah fuel system. I go, I don't care, because the tuner cannot adjust the fuel system. If you have a Gen 1 or a Gen 2, the injector data dictates the type of fuel system you have. And if it's boost reference, the injector data is set up in such a way that it accounts for you raising fuel pressure 1-to-1. 1 pound of boost for 1 PSI of fuel pressure. So the injector data is a certain way. Gen 3, it's more about the fuel rail pressure, the expected pressure to come down the pipeline with the return style fuel system. But I don't control the pumps. I don't have access to the pumps. What you did is you installed an aftermarket system. It's triggered by the fuel pump drive module. It has one pump running and 2 on a hobs, or 1 and 1 on a hobs, or 2 constant, or 2 and 1 on a hobs. We have zero control over that. Zero. So whichever way the car gets fuel, it has nothing to do with the tuner. What do you got? ID1000s. Okay, you have a return style fuel system. Yep. Here's the tune. I have no control over the pumps. So now if I get a data log back and I see fuel pressure dropping, I go, fuel pressure is dropping. So did you boost reference it? Yes. Is the fuel rail pressure rising with boost? I don't know. Then figure, the data log says no on Gen 3 and up. So I have no control of your fuel system. So when people say, how do fuel systems tune? The same. It's how they work. It's not how they tune. The tune is the injector data and maybe the expected fuel rail pressure. The fuel system is on the moment you put the key on. And the way it works is how you have it configured. We have nothing to do with that. Like nothing. The pumps just come on and they do what they do mechanically. And if it fails, we just report back and say it failed. Now, some other tuners will hack the fuel table. They'll hack the math. They'll hack the expected fuel pressure stuff, the fuel pressure drop. They'll hack injector data to make the fuel system look like it's working. But at the end of the day, they'll say this, right? This is what some tuners will do, which I find funny. Let's say your fuel system is running out of steam and it's dropping down to 40 PSI. Well, in the tune, they'll let the injector data and other things know, hey, by the way, the fuel pressure is going to drop. So it'll be, and then everything looks good on the data. But I'm like, wait a minute, dickhead, fuel pressure's dropping. Fuel pressure should not drop on a return style fuel system with a boost reference. It should go up. So when you hack your way around that to make it work, like some people say, a stock F-150 fuel pump is fine up to this much horsepower, boost it. I go, are you hacking something? And then when you fucking take a look, you're like, yeah, they're hacking stuff. So we don't have anything in terms of specifically that we tune for when it's a 285 pump, when it's a 295 pump, when it's a 275 pump. Sorry, been MIA. Wife, Jesus Christ, the hits just keep on coming. Wife got cancer back in October. Don't give me any fucking money. Are you psycho? She's going to be fine, but I've been catching the replays. Looking forward to getting the new defeat device, says Matt, 2011 GT. Big Turvy is a motor builder. Someone says, is anyone here hard or is it just me? Alex Flores says, ops. Big Turviate. All right, thanks, man. You got a clutch place. I bet Turvy is the only guy Alex would race. I would race Turvy. Just to bury him. Yeah, you're good at clutch plays, but Harvey 3, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Turvy has the stiffest socks of anyone in this chat. Alex, is it popular to have the regulator after the rails? So, okay. My fuel system on my GT500, in my opinion, was configured like butt cheeks. What was happening was, Jesus Christ, a feed was going into the passenger side rail, crossing over to the driver's side, going back to the regulator? No, I think going back to the regulator. It was the way Four Innovations wanted to do it, and I hated it. It wide at the bottom. Oh, that's what it did. Wide at the bottom into both fuel rails. Then they came out and went to the regulator, regulated there, then returned to the tank. It was so gay. So the way I'm going to configure it when it comes back is going to be a feed to the regulator, crossover at the rails, return, but it's going to be regulated before the rail, not after the rail. So you could do it either way. It doesn't matter. But the way I like to do it is the way that it makes sense in my head. So feed to regulator, regulator to rails, crossover, return, and then regulator at the rails. Or I deadhead it, because if I don't make more than 1,000 horsepower, it doesn't need I don't need fuel constantly turning around in the hot engine. I'd rather deadhead it, let it have equal pressure, because people say, well, doesn't it have equal pressure when you're constantly flowing through it? Okay, let's use the hose analogy. Take a garden hose, put your finger at the end of it, poke holes in it, okay? The garden hose now, theoretically, if everything is pressurized, has equal pressure along all of them. Now take it off. Now, in my opinion, depending on the flow of the pump, that pressure can vary injector to injector if it's constantly flowing. And if you are flowing fuel around the rails all the time, you are getting it hotter. You are returning the fuel to the tank hotter because you're constantly circulating it through the rails. Now, people might think I'm full of shit. I prefer a deadhead system based on experience. All of my fuel systems have been deadheaded. I've been 850s. I know, I get it. I don't go 7s. Neither do you. Trevi's car has cancer. Unlike your wife, it'll never be better. I hope your wife recovers fully. Wow. The jokes. Prayers and speedy recovery to Matt, a 2011 GT's wife. This, just in, Turvey has cancer, but his neck tattoo will defeat cancer. Oh my God. My wife has same issue, Matt. Hang in there. Wow. What's going on? Why is everyone getting cancer all of a sudden? The nice thing about me is I won't know if I have cancer. I'll just drop dead one day and be like, oh, it must have been cancer. It's like, fuck all that. So people complain that they have to understand their own car that they build. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so my GT500 has taught me a lot about that. I didn't like the way the fuel system was configured, but I dealt with it. I didn't like the Trinity, but I dealt with it. The quirks, the nuances of the Trinity, I just didn't like much about it. The Coyote just makes sense to me. Like, even if the cam's being off, this thing starts and idles beautifully. And when you take it apart, it makes sense. A Trinity, you can't even take apart. It's just so freaking big, you have to drop it to do anything to it. I'm good. John Lund, what's up, Mr. John Lund? Give me those cams. Give me those boss cams over here. We'll get that sucker in there. Senior in the house, king of crunk in the house, Mr. Lund. Good evening, John Lund. Robbie Baxter says, purchasing a 16 GT, previous owner said it was Bama tuned. Dealer, lost. The X4, it was tuned with. How fucked am I? You are not fucked. But if you want to buy a Lund tune, because you don't know what's going on. Does it have a JLT? Does it have a PMAS? Does it have an AMRY? Does it have any aftermarket cold air system? I'm sure it does. So if I were you, I would definitely get an LRX, get a Lund tune. We get you one of our tunes in there, and then we'll just see how it's doing. And if it's doing good, adjust until you're happy. And then we can kind of tell you where the health of the vehicle, but you can tune it, not a problem. You don't need the stock tune on every vehicle unless even on HP tuners devices, like it just does that to like start the tuning process, but we don't need the bone stock tune in the vehicle for anything. Now, the only reason I implore you to have the stock tune is in the event that you have to go back to the dealership. A lot of you guys do, do it in the ticket system where you're like, oh, it's making a crazy knocking sound. I'm going to take it back to the dealer. I'm like, bro, you've been racing the shit out of it. I mean, they're probably not going to cover it. Can I upload the stock tune? Bro, it's piss and oil. Yeah, but I want to upload the stock tune. Okay, here you go. And they somehow get it warranted. Yes, static pressure versus dynamic pressure. Very good. Turvey's snake ring makes him immune. Alex, are you able to record a video of you doing the timing on the illuminator swap? I will not do that. There are 8,000 videos online doing that. What do you think of a CJ and ESS kit? Really fucking stupid. Really fucking stupid. Why? An 18 manifold and an ESS kit keeps making power. Tell me why you want a CJ in there. Do you think it's going to make infinite horsepower? Just constant infinite horsepower? When you're positive displacement or boosted, whatever, you don't really have a restriction per se if you have free-flowing exhaust. And the 18 manifolds can rev up to 8,000 to make power. So I have no idea why. Like, my favorite is when people... thank you. Appreciate that. I won't be long. Just paying respect to a fallen comrade and to tell Alex good evening. Exactly. Yes. Thank you so much. Insane Mustang was a great guy. He was in here all the time. I met him, hung out with him plenty of times at TX2K. So we'll do a little thing at the end of the show there. But I don't think a CJ is going to make that much of a power difference to make it worth it. Like, just put an 18 manifold in there, put a stock throttle body, and make power. Crazy stuff. Just came in. Did you ever figure out the issue for the Section 8 hates Coyote? Yes. Go back to the beginning of the show. Regulated before the rail, and deadhead rail was easier to route in my swap. Gen 2 with a route. Exactly. If you have a car that makes sub 1,000, deadhead that motherfucker. There is no benefit to full return under a certain power level. Now, if you're making big boy power, and you see a difference in the, let's just say you start to see a difference once you raise fuel pressure enough that you're making so much boost and fuel pressure has to go up so much that the deadhead system becomes a problem. Okay, I would understand that to relieve some of the pressure in the rail, or at least, issues with overpressurizing the rail if there are any. But if you're under 1,000 guys, fucking feed before the rail at the regulator, return, I think at the bottom. Yeah. Feed to the side, return at the bottom, and the other side of the regulator to the fuel rail, deadheaded, crossover, se acabó el party. Alex yelling, pulley down in 3, 2, 1. For whatever reason, my passenger side was consistently leaning with the crossover and Edelbrock rails. 4AN was too small. Oh yeah. Deadhead with independent lines from regulator to each rail solved the issue. Someone said nice wheels in the background. Those are Brembo wheels, bro. I got Brembo wheels and the Beretta 1310 in case anyone wants to know. Did you see DBP bought a C6ZR1? I am shocked. He bought one of those. Shocked. Can you elaborate on deadhead system? I'm wearing my tie-dye shirt. No, come on. Look, do some Googling. Deadhead means it doesn't return. It doesn't constantly flow through the rails. Oh my God. What are you doing? Respect, honor, integrity. Good evening. That's right. This is, giving a shout out to Mr. Zane Bevins. We'll see you soon. Alex, are you going to FL2K? Yes, I'll be with the Lund camp. Is Lund still supporting the N-Gauge? Yeah, I have 4 of them. So they better still be supporting it. Thanks for the big, massive donation, seeing you did not have to do that. Joe Swiss says, CJ G3X 100mm pulley 10R8373s. Man, that's a short bus setup. That's a short bus setup. Oh my God. Why the hell did he do that? Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? CJ setup, G3X, 100mm pulley, 10R80, 373s. So you're planning on using 8th gear on a roll. Hey Alex, my car doesn't watch shift properly to 8th. The clutch is like this big. Yeah, make it work. I gotta build trans in there and a Suncoast converter. Oh no, you're sorry. Jesus H can come down himself and tune it, and it will still slip on that 6-7-7-8 shift. What a shit setup. Someone's mom deadheaded me. Hey-o. Timothy Sullivan says, who will email me a diagram for a deadhead system? What the fuck, Sullivan? Jesus Christ! You really don't understand what a deadhead system is? I just explained it. Feed to the regulator. Return at the bottom. Other port to the rail. And it crosses over and it goes nowhere else. It doesn't constantly... Okay, get a stock rail. Look at a stock rail. A stock rail is deadhead. Go look at your bone stock fucking Mustang outside right now. That is a deadhead fuel system. Wow. Started tracking my cows, dropping 0 pounds in 6 months, 220 to 200 gain. Wow, dropping 0 pounds in 6 months. That's awesome. So you might want to track them a little better if you're dropping 0 pounds in 6 months. I don't know how you can go from 220 to 200. Or are you saying you're having trouble losing weight sub 200, sub 220? So do I. John Lund, I can hold $5 for a liter of Starry. I'll pay you back. Deadhead returns from the regulator. Exactly. It's a hypothetical setup. I don't think anyone did that yet. Oh my God, stop it. Oh, okay, good. Please. If I hope nobody did that hypothetical setup. Topped out at 100. Jesus Christ. I broke a spread going into 8th. I like the 373s for daily driving, to be honest, on a 6R80. Yes. I don't want it. Just seeing this guy's tuner was the only one that could tune it. I don't want it. Just seeing this guy's tuner was the only one that could tune it. Okay. Senior, can I hold the $5 for some refried beans? Holy shit. Here come the racist jokes. I'll race you on overdrive. I think it's the same guy. Terminators come stock deadhead fuel. So do Coyotes. Coyotes are stock deadheaded fuel systems. Read a book. 4 has a diagram, for fuck's sake. Got any other pew-pews? If I do, I'm not going to tell you about it. Literally, just use the internet to search that. Just Google it if you don't understand. That's why I don't go outside, Alex, says Sick Vic. So, when a customer or anyone asks me a question that I can Google and search, I wonder when that asteroid is coming. I go, when are you coming? When are you taking out this planet? Because this planet, while it is the light of consciousness probably in this galaxy, it's not worth saving. Everyone's fucking stupid. People are gonna vote. People are gonna vote for the most powerful person on this planet because of her skin color and gender. Like, that's where we're at. So I just go, please, asteroid, when are you coming? Please smash into us. End it all. An unheaded system returns the fuel from the rails. Right. How many shifts does Grey Goose do in a run? 1. Leaves in second, 6R80, and shifts in the third. Imagine that. Imagine Lund figured out a way of leaving in second on a 6R80 with a 4R200 hub, shifts into third, no lockup clutches on the converter, and it miles per hour in the high 2 teens and runs 660s. I mean, if you're not impressed by that, are people just non-sentient these days? 770, 60 to 130 is good for a Gen 3 manual 10 PSI Sentry. Hell yeah, absolutely. Yes. I went 680, I think, on the white car. It's like putting on a condom. Exactly. I don't know what you're talking about, but sure. I'm like, can we start this shit? Weren't the Terminators return list? All of them are return lists. Every fucking Coyote and I think GT500 was returnless. I think. Alex, people think that diluting juice with water is doing them justice. I have people that think that diluting juice with water is doing them justice, okay? Haven't heard of the guy, but I still looked him up and saw what happened. How sad, man. My condolences to his friends and family. Okay, let's talk about that real quick because, the gentleman passed away, Zane Bevins, okay? Zane was one of those young guys. And, okay, a lot of you probably fall into this category. A lot of you that watch my show, think that you have to like maybe have a certain, you should be in a certain point in terms of money or whatever at a very young age. A lot of you guys are, looking for a purpose. A lot of you guys join the army. A lot of you guys, which is fine. I think honestly, if you have nothing going on, no family, I think a great way of getting your head out of your ass really quickly is going into service because it'll give you purpose, structure. Yes, 8 years of your life is, but I think if you are having trouble making it, I think that can help. Or maybe it'll speed up the process. Who knows? But Zane, I think after he lost his mother, I think he just kind of went in a dark place and unfortunately couldn't come out of it. We talked a lot about it. We talked about it on the show. We talked about it on the dating channel. He was always on the dating channel. And a lot of men are living a life of silent torture. A lot of us can't go on social media like a woman and say, fuck, I'm having a real tough time. I need someone to talk to. Because someone immediately goes, homo, right? Because nobody wants to hear that. But honestly, I've had situations where I've had to kind of talk people off the ledge. And only because I'm older. Sure, did I have similar moments in my 20s and 30s where I struggled to find a purpose? Absolutely. Guys, when I was a millwright in Massachusetts in 10-degree weather under some fucking tank or going to a wastewater plant to pick up a pump or sandblasting a pump that pumped wastewater and it smelled like shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life, And only up until the late 30s did I actually find some success because I had a purpose. When you are purposeless, you tend to meander through life just doing what you think needs to be done. A lot of men kind of lean on a woman to kind of find that kind of purpose. And some men find purpose in family. They have a family, they have a child, they find a woman, they get married, and that is their purpose. But a lot of us don't. Okay, a lot of us live in a world of like motorsports. Motorsports is a world where money wins. There is no talent to be had if you have money. If you have money, you can literally farm out all the work and you can sit there on your favorite podcast and say, I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. And it's enticing to see someone like that make it. And you go, I want to do that. Well, that guy made it somewhere else to be able to pay a bunch of shops to do the work for them so that he can stunt. So he found his purpose somewhere else. There is no money in racing. So this is why I tell you guys in your 20s, stop fucking racing. What you do is you get to fucking work and find a purpose in your 20s. Don't build a car. Don't fucking finance a M fucking 3 or 5 because homie did it and get into ridiculous debt. You're just starting off wrong. Get your 20. You're 20. You know why you can literally be up all night partying in your 20s and wake up the next day with 1 hour sleep and work a whole day without a problem? Because you're built for that. You're built for work. So a lot of these guys want to chase record numbers and racing. Fuck that. Get to work. Find a purpose first. And once you get your head out of your ass, which is like the age of 35, when your head is out of your ass. Have you ever noticed a lot of guys pop off on social media and the moment they age out, they shut the fuck up? They shut the fuck up. Once they age out, oh shit, I was wilding back then. I shouldn't do that shit. Right, because your head was firmly up your ass. Grudge racing, smoking, betting. That's homo behavior. That's head way up your ass behavior. Once you grow the fuck up and find purpose, all that shit stopped. So I think, that compounding with the fact that he lost a parent, I just think he just went down the wrong path. Unfortunately, couldn't catch him in time. He put up a post and that was that. Somebody found him. But again, fallen comrade, the AMRY, we'll see each other again eventually soon. But yeah, it's just, I had good memories of the kid. I mean, real good memories. Texas 2K, spending the whole weekend hanging out with him. He helped me with Section 8. He helped me with the red car, and he helped me with the Fairmont. The guy was just a super nice guy. Damn, this is the week of BS. My cousin's husband died, who I knew since I was a kid. She's only 6 years older than me. He got leukemia diagnosis beginning of August. My goodness. I give Kelly purpose. He's very thankful. Watching you has helped me with my depression, says SBLC Mayhem. That's a fact. We don't have that soft spot to land on. We have strong, keep at it and moving. Yeah, it sucks. I'm so glad I've never felt that that was an answer. Is it worth changing my stock? Read the room. Read the room above average. Fuck. He does not. Oh, fuck. Read the room, brother. Is it worth changing my stock gearing on an Odin 13 GT6 R80? Do mostly roll highway racing. Keep the 315s in there. Crazy. If it's one thing I've learned from my high school friends who didn't end up in the best places is not to chase pussy, get to work. I already affirmed the title of my car, Alex. I come here when I'm feeling gay, says 300BO. Money. And Coco the Gorilla wins you everything. Exactly, Alex. 35 years working, now 3 Mustangs in the driveway, says David Allison. For most of us, racing should be a hobby once you have a career and money to spend. The amount of money people throw away on the weed. Okay, don't get me started on weed. I have so little respect for anyone that does the following. Smokes pot or vapes. Sorry. I mean, what the fuck are you doing? And bets. And grudge races. NA cars. If you smoke pot, weed, herb, tree, whatever the fuck you want to call it nowadays. If you smoke weed, grudge race NA cars, and bet, you are the lowest of the low. You are just the biggest loser on the planet. Betting equals a loser mentality. You are a loser. You don't respect money. I work too hard for that money to bet it on chance. Oh, you don't have the heart. No. I have the brain. You don't have to have the heart when you have the fucking brain. Don Toto. Thank you, Unc. You got it, Amir. I'm late, but here to say rip Insane Mustang. I know what it's like to sucks to see one of our own losing their life. Yeah, look, I lost a lot of friends to many different ways. And that one hit me hard today. Like Jacob, his friend, his chubby friend in the photo that he sent me. He's like, hey man, just to let you know, we lost Zane today. And I'm like, fuck, I saw the post and I was like, this is cryptic. This is not good. And he told me what happened. And boy, I just fucking lost it. I had to have a moment. I literally had to have a moment, walked away, just kind of processed because, all those memories came back and I'm just like, damn it, because you wish you could help somebody in that moment. But, sometimes the demons just get a hold of you and they don't let go. Edia says, Ape, that's why a lot of us consider you family and we appreciate you so much and what you do for us. My wife went through cancer, finding and buying a Mustang helped her get through it. Okay. Okay. Smoke good. I love life. Okay. I still remember my senior year in college. You seriously helped me out that time, bro. If no one says it enough, we appreciate you, man. So I don't want that praise because I don't want people thinking I'm looking for praise. But one thing this channel does, it really kind of like lets you know that the shit that you think social media thinks is fucking cool and popping is gay. That's all dumb shit. Grudge racing, smoking, doing dumb shit. I'm like, when a customer says, I had to pay punk up money because I'm like, oh my God, you're grudge racing? Grudge racing is for when you're fucking rich and you could throw away money. If you have to have a pot to bet someone else or a team versus a team, y'all already broke. Stop that shit. You guys are broke. The only way I would ever put money on a race is if I got loads of it. Crazy. I've listened to Alex try to reach these kids with these questions. I was on the ledge about to jump, shaking my head. Alex, what I know of is I'm going to win the bet. Okay. Called out every Mississippi racer. I mean, the whole fucking state's fucked. And Tennessee. Fuck both of those states. If you smoke weed, bet. Grudge race NA cars, you belong at a donk race. The fact that you don't seek out praise is why you get genuine praise. No, I don't. See, but then this is how fucked up people are. They go, Oh, he's doing that to get real praise. You can't win with these motherfuckers, bro. Like, if you met me in person, you know I'd go out of my way to help you. I'd do whatever. But if you say that, then people say, oh, you're just looking for people to suck your cock on stream. SCT, no, you don't. Broke down, but I'm the old guy in town with the 3 fast Mustangs. Gotcha. All my game came from your dating channel after I lost my wife to cancer. Tim Sullivan, you were the one that lost the wife to cancer? Damn. Yeah, the dating channel did great to mold the minds of young men. Go back and watch it if you have any doubts, because it's still, it's still out there. So those words ring true to this day. We love you, Alex. No Diddy. I'm 62, and I didn't have spare cash until I was 50. Bro, he's using that reverse psychology on us, man. Light Wheel, Mickey Thompson R's, the best mod you can do, followed by E85 and Tune. What the fuck is that? Is that a question? Raise 11. Is that a question? Coyote Crime Lord. and it's Jack Roush's picture. I'm not a drinker at all. I can't believe the amount of money my coworkers spend on booze when we get together. When you parse that out over time, so many people spend thousands on booze only for it to basically kill them. I'm out there dating. I meet these women. Want to go grab a drink? Sure. What do I get? A Diet Coke and a water. Yeah. Cool. You get cool. I'm looking for Toto. I'm not looking to get drunk. So as a man, you're supposed to, provide. So if a woman goes to a nice restaurant and has a $15 to $20 drink and has 5 of them, it's $100. I went on a date and she racked up a bill of $100 drinking, but it was in Miami, so that's different. And I'm like, and she paid for a little bit, and I'm like, yeah. So imagine you went out twice a week and you spent $100. That's $800 a month. That is a nice car payment. That's almost a mortgage for some of you in Kansas or Oklahoma, out of all places. Could you imagine living in Oklahoma? Ain't no beaches, ain't nothing. Landlocked like a motherfucker, flyover country. Could you imagine saying, I live and love Oklahoma? We spoke previously on Facebook, says South Detroit Entertainment, and I conveyed your influence on me when it comes to the 14 S197. You mean a lot to me and many others, brother. Okay. I don't want to read that because it looks like I'm just kind of like, blowing some smoke on my own ass. Right, so it's a shit, man. Dating channel has helped me with my marriage. Dating channel is the shit. I'll get back on making videos. Might go live once in a while, so don't be surprised if I pop up live on the dating channel. Hey, Alex, one of your side projects should be able to build a low compression 1,000 horsepower pump gas Coyote to achieve the Z01 power. Oliver, what do you think Are you being funny? That's literally the GT500. The dating channel helped me find a good partner and get back in the gym and get my head out of my ass. This is just a memoir. Is 7.9 for an all-motor Gen 2 bad manual? 7.9 what? 60 to 130, 0 to 60, quarter mile? Lewis, I can't read your fucking mind, bro. I can't read your mind. What are you talking about? Please type out as if you've never met me before. And please, Alec, I ran a 7.9 in the quarter mile, all-motor Gen 2 manual. Is that bad? Is 7.9 for an all-motor Gen 2 bad? Oh, 7.9 the quarter, 7.9 the eighth, 7.9 60 to 130? I don't know. Living with your parents, you're driving a $70,000 car, tells me everything I need to know about someone. Finally got an 85 tune, been running a flex fuel tune, not by us, but this week's been testing at E70 and got the gas station. Should I stick to flex fuel? I don't know how the hell you got a flex fuel tune unless you had an old fucking tune. If it's testing under E85, run the flex tune. Coyote Cramlo says, you're damn right. Drinking ages women. The hottest girls I ever dated was in my 20s. She drank about a bottle of wine a night back then. 20 years later, she looks rough. I used to drink socially. I stopped because I hated the way it made me feel. Now, I've gone a year without touching alcohol, and I have a lot more fun socially. Edwin Martinez, what's up, brother? Howdy, chat late to the live. 790 to 60. Bro, if you went 790 to 60, take a right into a ravine and get rid of that fucking car. Devin Marth says, got my girlfriend by listening by advice from the dating channel. Been together 3 years now. Couldn't be happier. See, how come I can't do it? Because the women here are like super fucked up. Damn, drop and roll nylon steel. Alex, look, The dating channel talks about this. If you guys doubt it, go to the dating channel. Start from the beginning on the lives. Those lives were so fucking fire. They were great. Real talk. Raw Alex. Then Alex got into a relationship during that. And you could see my stuff change. And then the relationship ended. And I went back to being myself. Is that picture you posted on the IG? Pump gas, IG, the pump gas you're gonna use. Oh, gotcha. Rest in peace. Yeah, late to the show, but rest in peace, Zane. Rest in peace, Zane Bevins. Thankfully, the dating channel helped me get my head straight. No drinking, none of that silly stuff. Ready to buy myself a 24 Ram 3500 single cab Cummins by the end of the year comfortably. Ray says, just a comment after racing a 13 for 10 years. Saw my best gains adding light wheels and good tires. The best gains, E85, 189 60 foot for 11.9, 250-pound driver. That's pretty damn good. David Allison says, I have a 10R80, but 4 knee replacements, fake hip, and a rebuilt shoulder. What is happening? Put a 4 in the chat if you EPA getting everything started. Y'all need to, I got to order some cookies from you guys because I'm back on that cookie game. I think I'm going to like 220. 220 fits nice on me. And trying to get under that, guys, I can't. Not with the way I live. The fucking cars I work on, my schedule. Fuck. If I had people actually doing their fucking job and, people, competent people in Florida, I'd gladly pay people to fuck with my cars. My goodness. Dating channel is fire. Oh my God. I got a 14 6R GT car. Want to break into the 9s. Me too. I have a chance to buy a Gen 4 2.9 front feed Whipple. Would it be the best to buy that or a VMP Gen 2R? Honestly, I like the Gen 4 2.9 front feeds. I like the Gen 5 2.9 front feeds. I think they're good. I'm sorry, Gen 5 3.0 front feeds. I think they're very good. But so are a Rous 2.3, a VMP Gen 2, VMP Gen 2R. Or Edelbrock 2300 or Edelbrock 2650. That E85 about 12 to 13 PSI and about 21 degrees of timing. If the rods stay in the block, I think you'll be okay. All the 4s are great. Let's not talk about stupidity. A buddy of mine just absolutely shrugged off everybody's words against moving to Florida. Factual money figures didn't even work. He's in for a rude awakening. Bro, if he doesn't understand how expensive it is to live in Florida, if you think you're going to be popping at $60,000 a year, not in Palm Beach County, not even close. Maybe in like Hernando County, maybe like in fucking Jacksonville, maybe in Destin, that the only thing that got going for them is the beach. The rest is shit. But we're talking Florida, like South Florida. You need 100K down here, bro. It got stupid. And that squeaking is a chair. My smoke detector is fine. For full, you know what I'm saying? I'll move to Florida and work on the cars all day. Yeah, okay. You got a kid now. You got a kid. Okay, you know what I need right now? Check it out. I need the cams put into the GT500. I need the Fairmont fucked with. There's welding. There's fabricating. There's a bunch of work to be done to that, right? The ZR1 needs the motor taken out, sent to LMP, and then put it back. Like, I need a ton of work done. But I don't trust anybody. And the problem with not trusting anybody in Florida is you do the work yourself. And I have maybe 20 hours a week that I might be able to dedicate to working on the cars. That means I'm not making videos and making money. It's awful. It's awful. I have been forced to work on my own cars because of the incompetence of these people. Honestly, Carlos LTX, this is my purpose. Once you find, yes, I am going to see the new Alien movie. Once you kind of find what you're good at, this is what I'm good at, okay? Talking shit, talking about the news, talking about Brenspeed, talking about Whipple, talking about Ford. By the way, let's talk about Ford real quick because you guys think Ford is all of a sudden going to give up on the, where is it? You think they're all of a sudden going to give up on the electric stuff. They are building a massive, massive plant in, I don't know where the fuck. But this guy sent me a fucking screenshot of what is projected to be a massive $3.5 billion electric vehicle battery plant. And this guy sent me, drawings and renderings of what's happening. And it is the Blue Oval SK Battery Park in Glendale, Kentucky. One Blue Oval, Glendale, Kentucky. 1, Blue oval. Look at that. Wow, that's scary. Well, I'm telling you, this internet was worth it. This internet was fucking worth it. This, whatchamacallit. So this is the blue oval battery park. So where's the can I put the little man in there? Let me see. Oh, look at that. Where should I put him? Hold on. Hold on. Let's get over here. Oh, here it is. Holy crap. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Maybe I could look at it from here. Yeah. So don't think that Ford is all of a sudden gonna, start building hot rods again. If they're putting $3.5 billion into this thing, I'm trying to get a good vantage point. This little man. Oh my Lord, bro. Yeah, they're going all in, guys. So don't think that Ford all of a sudden just like, oh, we're gonna ditch this. Look at this fucking thing. This thing is like the gigafactory over SpaceX. Speaking of which, let's see that. Let's see if they have any updated Boca. See that. I want to see if they have updated. Okay. Oh, they still have this. This is an old photo because they have the vertical, the horizontal tanks still there. And now they have a second tower. They're building a second tower here. So they have a second tower going here. This one's already built. And here they have like just ridiculous amount of the buildings, guys. The building. Oh my God. Let me see if I can put this guy here. Yes. Guys, these guys are not fucking around. Oh, this is old. This is an old photo. I wish I can give you updated photos of what's happening at SpaceX in terms of building size. They have, wow, this internet is blazing. Yeah, I'm paying crazy money, but anyway, don't think that Ford isn't all of a sudden all in on electric stuff. You guys think that they're all of a sudden going to start really getting after it? Ford is blowing smoke up your ass so much. They're going electric. They're going to keep the Mustang untunable probably for another year. It's going to be a shit show. Ford, do EVs, for those liberals, just don't put the Mustang in the same damn thing. Gotcha. Replay again. But it's your bit rate. Yeah, exactly. Right. But it's your bit rate. And all of a sudden I upgraded internet. Fucking no issues for days. We rotate the menu. Otherwise, Mrs. EPA wouldn't be able to keep up. Old Mystic got a power by the hour 13 Boss motor. I bought during COVID. Finally got it in this year. 2.3 Department of Boost Kit, 721 horsepower. E5 making 721. 2650, 30 pounds, 721. Okay, I don't know what the fuck you just said. Oh my God, Daniel Green, where have you been? Holy shit, dropping $300 fucking dollars. That means this chat today has generated $500. Now, if you guys want to set something up, okay, I'm talking directly to the family or friends of Inzane or Mr. Bevins, Zane Bevins. If you guys need any help with costs, to lay him to rest, let us know. I'm sure the AMRY can set something up. We have done things for Alec Bledsoe. We've done things for Bundlebird. If you guys need anything, if you got it, whatever, let me know. But I'd love to have one of the guys set up a GoFundMe or something like that, and the AMRY can just pitch in. We'll put in links. I guarantee we can come up with a good chunk of change in a week or two. But let us know, because I'm willing to give all the proceeds from this chat and others all to the family of Zane, and to help him, be laid to rest and do the proper thing. And the reason I say that is this: I was not able to do that to my dad, and that to this day hurts my fucking soul. It pisses me off, actually. See, my father passed away, and I wasn't notified, and I was notified on the later side, and I think I was notified on the later side because I am able to afford a probable burial for the dude. The dude wanted to be buried next to his parents in Puerto Rico. And my fucking family, pieces of shit that they are, either didn't say anything or nothing, because I was going to swoop in like Captain Save-A-Ho and go, okay, let's get him on a plane. Let's get him a casket, a proper funeral, like the whole thing. But I wasn't going to make it about me. I wanted to make sure my father went out the way he wanted to go out. But no, they fucking cremated the dude. And I'm just like, bro, so if I can help in any way to the family of Zane, let me know. Email me, hit me up on Facebook or whatever. If there's a GoFundMe you guys already established, and the AMRY can go to it. So whatever you want to do it. I don't know if we set something up or if you set something up, the AMRY will absolutely go in there and help. Yeah, dude, it's fucked up. Daniel Green maxing out his credit card. He is not $500, so he is all done. Yeah, Daniel Green's the man. Someone help Daniel hold his nuts, right? Alex, you're a real one. This will help the family tremendously. Exactly, guys. And again, anyone in Zane's family, friends, or group, if there is a GoFundMe or somewhere that the AMRY can be steered, I will give, I think I gave like $1,500 to fucking Bondo Bird. I will match whatever the AMRY puts in. I want to make sure he is laid to rest properly, remembered properly. The guy was a great kid. Based on my personal experience, I met the kid plenty of times, talked about him. He was a mod on this channel. So whatever you guys need and the AMRY can help, please let us know. Look, he's a fallen soldier. He's a fallen AMRY soldier. So we want to make sure that the AMRY takes care of the kid. Coyote Cromwell says, same dude. I thought my dad was alive until 2013, and my mom finally told me he died in 1998. I was so pissed. Daniel needs a wheelbarrow for his nuts. Get that old money. Can I affirm a donation? Man, so sorry about that, Alex. I will never understand family. Sometimes they're pieces of shit. That's why you don't hear me talk about my shit. My shit's super fucked up. I got some of those fucked up fucking family on the planet. So, a lot of people are like, oh, tell me about your brother. Brad, get the fuck out of here. Somebody says, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm dolo. When I'm telling you guys, I am fucking dolo. Do it all by myself. I got nobody because I don't trust or fucks with nobody. It's the truth. If I'm able to fucking excommunicate family, you think I give a fuck about a motherfucker in this industry? Please, get the fuck out of here. I bet Daniel Green rolling on Bellax. I think so. He has, take that, Daniel Green says, SVT Choppa. So yeah, just let us know if we can help out Zane in any way. But back on the Ford situation. So it's interesting what Ford says and what Ford does. I don't care what anyone says anymore. I've seen a lot of people promise you so many things in the aftermarket, in the tuning world, in everything. But then when it comes time to deliver a product or what you said, then that's what I look at. So Ford has been out there telling you all this innovate and this and that, and we're going to be the best and the leader of that. And they give you like the products that they give you are subpar. And the only products that are not shit are like their trucks. Now, I don't know much about the diesel game, but F-250, F-150 is something I would always consider. I would always look at an F-150 and go, I would consider that because it is, if anything, the best thing they got. F-250, same thing, but the diesel, new diesel stuff, I don't fucks with. The DPF stuff just kind of scares me. But when they tell you, we're going to do that, and then, oh, by the way, we got $3.5 billion invested in a battery plant. That tells you their future. Little shit. Because remember, not too long ago, Ford was telling you, oh, we're going to start making cars people want again. Asshole, you guys discontinued the cars we wanted. Little Fiesta, ST, little Focus, ST, SHO that you got rid of. Like, you got rid of the cars that we thought were kind of cool, but maybe you didn't market them right. And this is the problem. They say, well, nobody was buying my piece of shit SHO because it was built bad. The competition was better. Build it better. People will buy it. I'm blown away that Ford, in their resume, has V8 Falcons over in Australia. V8 fucking Falcons in Australia. And they never said, why don't we take that piece of shit, modernize it for the Americans, and shove a high compression Coyote in it and see how it sells in the United States? Nope. It is ugly. Falcons are gross. But V8 sedan, we're in. Take that Rego. Oh my God, the $1 donation is hilarious. Alan Thompson says, dropping like a light, catch the VOD in the AM. The VOD. I like that you don't smoke or drink or play video games. What's your reason for staying away from it all? Okay. I am a Street Fighter psycho. Okay? Street Fighter, Jesus Christ, everyone's just dropping a hundo. Again, all of the proceeds will go to Zane's deal. We just need to figure out where everything is going, and I'll gladly PayPal them whatever this chap generates, and then some, because, I can't just... Remember, whatever you give YouTube, they take a 30% cut, so I have to, front the rest. So I'll double it, whatever. So, where the fuck was I? So, when I was in a 10-year relationship, once you get comfortable, meaning you fart around her, you shit with the door open, right? You get comfy. And I would play online. I got a good internet connection, and I'd play online, and I would fight guys online on Street Fighter. And I got really good. Like, not great, not top 10%, but, good. Because there's millions of guys playing. And then I, one time, got a notch back. And I started tearing into it, and I started fucking with it. And then I got to stop. I got to play tonight. It's 8 o'clock. I got to go play. It's wintertime, right? I got to go play. And then I played for 2 hours, right? And then it's 10 o'clock. And then I'm like, wait a minute. This is stupid. Let me just keep working on the Mustang. Then I started working on the Mustang more. And I got a lot of stuff done, and I got the project done. I got it to the track and ran a good number. And I was like, I get more out of this than sitting in front of a TV, not learning shit. Like, you guys play... Yeah, you better shut the fuck up. I will dust off the Super Turbo hyper fighting and fuck you up. Just give me Sagat and you're done. Because he's broken in that game. That guy can kill you from the other side of the screen. Anyway, a lot of you guys go out there and play Call of Duty and just shoot shit all fucking day. You know what I do after I get out of here? Before, I was working on the car. After, if I got a little time, I'll work on the car. I'll take the front cover off tonight, then go to bed. Then tomorrow in the morning, walk Tony, go to the gym, and before the show, if I have an hour or two, I'll maybe take the cams out. And then after I work 8 hours, at lunchtime, I'll see if I can maybe take the alternator, take everything, all this stuff out. And then that night, I will work on the car, finish everything. Like, I don't have time to dedicate to just playing video games because they are not productive. Yes, it's pleasure. It's pleasure. To me, it's just hitting a button to get, what is it? Serotonin, whatever. I don't know. Whatever chemical makes you feel good, like drinking. I'm just not a fan of just doing things to feel good. I want to do things to learn. And the moment my brain changed in my mid-30s, my brain literally changed. I went from playing video games and wanting just pleasure and just fucking and sucking and this and that. I just want to learn stuff. And then I just got addicted to learning stuff. And that's when I started finding success. When I started getting my head out of my ass, stopped seeking pleasure, drinking, smoking, boozing, betting, playing video games, and I started learning and establishing myself in this business, all of a sudden I started making a lot of fucking money. Then I got addicted to making that money and learning more to make more money. So now the GT500 is a Coyote swap GT500. I'm going to learn so much. Now I got to swap the cams out because we think there's a cam issue. I'm going to learn there and I'm going to video that and tell you guys about it. That makes me money. That makes me happy. That's my purpose. Yeah. Dyno High Performance with a big donation. Thank you so much. And Coyote Crime Lord. Alex, I'll absolutely decimate you in Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. You can have Mortal Kombat. I have not touched either game since I was standing in an arcade playing them with quarters. Fight me. Motherfucker. I have Street Fighter 5 on the PS4. I will make an online account and fuck you up on Street Fighter. I like 4 better. 5 sucks. I like 4 better. So I'll download 4 and fuck you up on Street Fighter 4. Bro, I'll fuck you up so bad. EPA, y'all still have the YDBT cookie? No. Yeah, I think they do. Because they, Mandip Singh sent me one. Sucking. Yes, me sucking. Post whatever donation link in the Patreon and I'll make sure YouTube gets 0%. What you mean by sucking? Oh no, we suck again. Alex getting roasted. Look, I mean, it's not like you're sucking cock. There's other things to suck, like ass. Coyote Crown Lord. I'll see if I can download Super Street Fighter 4. Guys, we could do that. If you guys are into PlayStation stuff and we want to do like a YDBT, like a tournament of gay shit, we could do that. Like, I know it sounds silly, but it does have to do with the channel. So if I can like add that wrinkle to it and I will fucking have you guys line up, put your quarters on the video game arcade and wait your turn to get fucked up by the kid. And I don't have a good, what do they call it? A fighting stick. I have the D-pad. I will fuck you up with the D-pad. I quit video games when I realized I was putting in hours exactly. Can you do Street Fighter Live? I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Through the PlayStation? How do you like... Oh my God, then I become a super homo. Street Fighter Tournament Charity, never touched a video game again once I touched a woman. Exactly. Sucking the farts out. Super Turbo is better than Alpha 1, and Alpha 1 is better than 3S, and is better than 4? 3S? I don't know. What's the one where Daigo parried Justin? What's the game where Daigo parried Justin. I know, let's get nerdy. Daigo, parry, Justin Wong. So it was Evo 37. And for those of you that don't know anything about Street Fighter, there is a parry system on Street Fighter. The parry system is this. If a attack comes, you have to press forward, actually go into the attack, and it will parry the attack. So if you know about Chun-Li, Chun-Li's finishing move in a Street Fighter, what the fuck was it? I forget. This might get copyrighted. So I'm trying not to get copyrighted because this is like Capcom or Evo events. So Daigo is Ken in this tournament. He is on the right. Look at his life meter. His life meter is at 0. Chun-Li is Justin. And you could chip win this game, meaning if she had a fireball and Ken blocked it, he'd die unless he parries it. So the only thing in this game that would save Daigo from dying was to parry Chun-Li's final move. And it is incredibly difficult. So he had to do it in a tournament. So this is what literally got me back into Street Fighter after I kind of went away from it.
1-0.
Oh, bro, if you understood how difficult that is. I know, nerd time. He parries her final fucking move. That means every hit he has to hit the forward button at the perfect time, and he parried in the air. Oh, bro, sick as fuck. I mean, that clip made me get back into Street Fighter. I had left the game, and it sucked me back in. And I'm like, you son of a bitch, you're sucking me back in. Fucking stupid. Street Fighter Alpha. Yeah, bro. Oh, such a badass thing. If Senior were here behind the AI voice talking that shit, whose voice would you think he'd choose? Would it be pure comedy or extreme satire about the industry? Catch the live tomorrow, says JB. Third strike. Thank you. 3S equals third strike. For discovering Zangief's reach and spinning pile driver back in the SF2 arcade days. His reach was like across the screen. It was a broken game. Daigo doesn't even like third strike. Exactly. Chun-Li throws nice. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I realized how wasteful gaming was when people were bragging about how many thousands of hours they have in specific games. What do you want my card down? What day do you want my card down to Flioy? Okay, whatever. One of the best gaming moments of all time. Guys, it was so... Guys, maybe I get it. You're not into it. If you're into Street Fighter, if you're into fighting games, that is the best freaking moment in tournament play. Beating Justin, parrying Chun-Li's final move. Then came back with a nasty finish combo, right? He went forward, like he went click, 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 then parried in the air, came down and did a super. I'm like, oh! I know, everyone's like, guys, don't suck me back into Street Fighter, please. Stop it. That's why you grab that moment. That was a moment in history. I used to beat off while playing this game. Nice. Alex. Okay. I might have to find third strike and play it again and get good. Alex, I didn't know what's in my 20 GT. Today my magnetic drain plug caught a piece of my crank sprocket. What? You got lucky. Look up Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, I saw that. Days of screen time and nothing to show for it other than some digital tokens. I get it. Hello. Made it to the king, bitch. Says, if it's not chopping like a motherfucker, then shit, AMRY. God damn it, Leroy. Dude, fighting games have always been my shit. I'm so stoked right now. We got to do this. Bro, let's go. If I get my ass beat, I get my ass beat. I don't care, but I'll fight you. I got to figure out how to do it. I don't want to. The PlayStation, I had a PlayStation account, and it got fucking hacked into, and they were charging. Guess what they were charging? Call of Duty. I'm like, ugh. So I had to cancel all that. I got rid of my PlayStation account. So if I get an account, go online. Now that I got fast internet, I will fuck you up or try to fuck you up on Street Fighter. My dad and I did real life Street Fighter in my bedroom. It says Alex Flores' ops. My fight my ankles every night before I go to sleep. At least I got chicken. I used to catch feelings, not hands with my dad. What the fuck? He just went on a roll. Alex, check your email at the arcade stick. I still have. Okay, let's go. Now we see this show's about everything. We talked about cars, talked about Brenspeed, talked about Whipple, talked about Ford, talked about everything. Let's go to ydbt4live@gmail.com and see what you said. You have a fight stick? Coyote Crime Lord fighting games. My Mortal Kombat stick from back in the day. Dude, oh my lord, he has you have a legit fighting stick. I mean, come on. I mean, you talk about nerd status. I don't got that. I got a D-pad. Bro, Mississippi. Makes sense. What the fuck? Duck, move, jump, flip. You gotta love it, bro. They make badass SF6 fight box. Yes, this is now the modern box they use. No more joysticks. They basically use a fight box now. So yeah, this is like super modern way of using Street Fighter, and they've actually outlawed this in many games. So this is now for the nerds on the chat. This is what they're using now to get super fast combos. They can pre-configure buttons to do, other shit. So yeah, no more fight sticks or joysticks. And the modern version of Street Fighter 6, you can do special moves super easy. So this is now the modern fight box that they're putting out there. So I am way, way, way out of the game, which means I'm straight as fuck. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. We talked Street Fighter. We talked everything. We talked Ford. We talked Rous. We talked Brenspeed putting out probably good data. He might run 9s. Like I wouldn't be surprised if by Thursday, Brenspeed puts out a video that the car ran 990 in good air. So we'll be on the lookout for that. And finally, rest in peace, Mr. Zane Bevins, we missed you. You're an AMRY member. I'm sorry that the demons, you succumbed to your demons, but it's never a goodbye. It's always a see you later. And again, if anybody knows anyone involved with Zane and they need any kind of help financially to lay him to rest properly, let us know. We'll get you the links. We'll go on Patreon. We'll go on YouTube. We'll go on Instagram and put the link out everywhere to get whatever the AMRY can provide. And I'll, match whatever the AMRY gives so that Mr. Zane, Insane Mustang, an AMRY member, can be laid to rest properly. Rest in peace, brother. We're going to miss you. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I will see you guys on Thursday for YDBT Daily. We'll see if Brenspeed runs at 9 or a low 10 by Thursday. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see you guys.